All right. Happy Sunday, everybody. It's your girl, Jackie Johnson.
And it is LaQuisha, aka LQ.
And we want to say, first of all, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Yes. And we want to welcome you to Sister Conversations in Black. All right. Welcome to episode 18, which is our Puff and Chill Father's Day conversations. So first of all, thank you to everybody who is watching us live. We appreciate your support. Share this video. This is going to be for the fathers today. And make sure that you comment and express, because we can see you guys. We can see you. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and kick it off to my sister, and she's going to get us started.
All right. Thank you so much. So, as my sister said, today is Father's Day, and we want to highlight the fathers. We have some points to make, some good points, some good positive points to make for you today. And we just wanted to we did a survey on what it is to be a good father. This survey was not taken from women, it was taken from men.
Yes. All right.
So we have 10 points that I have gotten from different people on what it takes to be a good father. And we can elaborate a little bit on those points, sis. Number one, y'all know I got my notes. Dependability. Being there through thick and thin. This is not just being present and correct. It's about being consistently available for your children through the good times and the bad.
That's a good one.
Number two, involvement. Being personally engaged in our kids' lives, in your children's lives. Interests, hopes, and dreams on a daily basis. Being curious and attentive requires you to put your distractions to one side. And how many of you know it is very hard to always show interest, especially when they want to talk to you about SpongeBob and Squidward, and like you just got off of work, okay? I get it, right?
And Baby Shark.
And Baby Shark, okay? Or even when you don't know what they're saying, but they just, they serious. Those babies be serious. Number three, compassion. Showing compassion, hope, and belief when your children need it most. Compassion is a state of mind and attitude that really helps to feel connected and close to the human experience of being a child. Your child should never feel bad about being a child. And I'm going to hit this real quick because it's personal to me. I do believe that in some races, we are taught at a very early age to mature early.
Yes.
And we miss out on different opportunities and vulnerable moments. And to be honest with you, when you miss those vulnerable moments as a child, you don't know how to express them as an adult.
That's true.
She just said something.
Oh God, I hate when she does that. Can y'all please write in and tell her to stop doing that? But I'm glad that she brought that up because honestly, compassion is one of those traits that you don't often see in fathers. And like I really feel like there's a lot of good dads out there, but like sometimes that's just like you said, you're not taught that that's something a man needs to have or be. And so I'm really glad that this list that you're talking about came from men. So it's not us women trying to tell you men what makes a good father. These are from other men. Okay. Yeah. And they said that these are things that makes, in their eyesight, makes men good fathers. Yeah. And compassion was on that list. And unfortunately, a lot of men don't have that. But hopefully you're a man that's working on that because you recognize that compassion is needed to be a good dad.
And in my case, women. I could say it's a lot of men that don't have it. And in my case, I was a woman that didn't have it. because I was always taught to just be strong. You don't need nobody for nothing, and not to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So it's something that we all deal with as a race. Okay, here we go. Value the mother.
Oh, 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 somebody gonna shoot us for that one.
It ain't, it's not me.
I know.
It's not me. Showing respect and love for your child or children's mother. This isn't about just always agreeing. Valuing is similar to validating her for who she is, even with her imperfections. Showing love and respect requires action, not just thoughts, and teaches your sons and daughters how to be treated.
Oh Lord.
I got that from a deacon.
Somebody gonna run you out of town.
I got that from a deacon, sure enough. Sure enough, from the South. Okay.
Well, they usually respectful men, anywho, so they usually get it.
He said, listen, it don't matter how much, this is what he told me today. It don't matter how much you don't like her.
Yeah.
You got to show her some form of respect, especially in front of your children.
Yes, I definitely think that's good. I think that's good. I think that men, I think that's a good trait for a good father. Good fathers do respect the mother of their child, even if they're not with them, even if they don't like them, even if they don't have any type of relationship. It is important to be respectful to her because she is raising your child, and especially if she's doing a good job raising your child. And that woman should also respect him and honor him regardless of their relationship. If he's been a good father, acknowledge that. Don't take that away from him because you guys are not getting along. So I agree with that. It goes both ways.
All right, number 5, empathy. Listening empathetically in order to be understanding, present, and engaged. Putting yourself into the shoes of another enables them to feel heard, respected, and valued, even if you don't completely get it or even like it. Now, a lot of people don't know what empathy is. I ain't calling nobody stupid, but I'm just saying. It is the ability to relate to another person's experience.
Yes.
In some way. So that's empathy. So basically, this person said you need to be able to empathize with your child. Being verbally expressive.
That's a hard one for men. So when a man shows this, you know he a good daddy.
Whoo! Listen, I ain't get this from a deacon. I got this from the sound man. The sound man said, be verbally expressive. Ha ha! Haiku. Be verbally expressive to clearly communicate, uphold guidelines, being tough, yet fair without belittling or being controlling.
That's good. All right, man. Y'all got some good ones now.
Shout out to Solid Rock Missionary Baptist Church. All right. Being human. You ready?
Ready.
Ready? Oh, I don't really want to go there. Okay. To own your mistakes.
Ooh.
Be open to feedback. Teach that growth is a lifelong endeavor so that if you get it wrong sometimes, you can teach your children what it's like to be human. You have to show humanity as often as possible. Whew.
That's good. I was actually talking to a man today about that.
Mm-hmm.
About, he was saying like everybody makes mistakes. It's about your recovery from that mistake. Like all you can do is just try to be better and do better. But to run and hide from it is not a good thing. Because you'll continue to run and hide from it. And so first of all, I just want to say shout out to the good men, good fathers out there. because I know they don't get enough credit, but there are some good men, some good fathers out there, some good father figures. Because some men are not fathers, but they're father figures for somebody, and that is blessing some woman's son and daughter's life who doesn't have a father present. And so I appreciate having conversations with the men. My brothers are phenomenal, and I'm not just talking about my natural birth brothers, but my brothers through marriage, my brothers in the gospel that I'm able to sit down and have real conversations with. They keep it real. And so I just love that this list that you are telling everybody is coming from the men. This is what the
Yeah.
men are saying. This is what makes a good father. So I love that. That empathy is hard. You know, some of these things is hard for men, but
Yeah.
it's just something that you have to continue to work to or work towards if you don't have these things. So
Yeah.
good stuff.
All right. We are on number 8.
All right.
Honesty.
Ooh, that's good.
Teach and live by the values of honesty and integrity.
Very good.
You got to maintain integrity even if the other half ain't playing fair.
Woo.
Facts.
And that's hard sometimes, but it's
It's
necessary.
hard, but it can be done. And
Yes.
once you do it, it becomes easier to do.
And
And
it's
you know what else it
necessary.
does? It releases you from the responsibility of blame.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
What
why I
can the
said it's
person say?
necessary.
Yeah, it's necessary. What can the person say about you?
Right.
He dogged me, she dogged me. You can't say that.
And that's real stuff. That this is what I love about it. Like you said, when you operate with that integrity, they can say things about you, but the truth is the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you treat a
Gotta prove
person
it.
right, if you're treating a person right and you're being honorable and you're being respectable with that person, any issue that they have beyond that is their issue. It is not your issue because of how you're operating. And that's why I said it is not easy, but it is very necessary. So I respect the men who are able to do this because it's such an admirable trait.
Yeah, facts. Okay, number 9, playfulness. Showing delight in your children through fun and play. The benefits of dad's playing have been researched, particularly the rough and tumble play with boys and the sitting at the table having tea play with girls.
Mhm.
It teaches your children to regulate their feelings and accept limits and boundaries. I have to agree with that. If a man, I can imagine it. If a man is going to sit down and have tea with his daughters, he's definitely going to treat her like it's an official formal setting. So that plants the seed of her knowing how she should be treated if she's going to go and have dinner or some type of whatever with a man. That's pretty good. Mhm. All right. Last but not least, and then I got one to throw in there myself. Being industrious. Model a healthy work ethic.
That's good. It's good though because it produces respect in your home amongst your children. When and your children see you working, they know that this is some like it's something like even my father, he wasn't always there, but one thing I can tell you about my father is he was a worker always.
It's tight, but it's right.
Always.
Model a healthy work ethic as a source of personal accomplishment and satisfaction. This isn't necessarily associated only with work. It's a valuable attitude toward task in general. So basically, whatever you do, put your best foot forward.
Mhm.
And that is going to cultivate a good, healthy relationship with your children. And that's one of the things of being a good father. I am going to say, me personally, um, pray, pray. Because whether you want to believe it or not, God speaks to you. God speaks to you about your children. and about your family and your household. Pray so that you can receive direction.
Yes.
And therefore, when you receive direction from God, you are not leaning to your own understanding when you're parenting.
That's good.
And that's what I got.
I agree. I like that. I think all of the things that those men said on all 10 things is amazing. I think what you gave is amazing. I agree with every single one of those. And I'll add if I added one, it would be consistent. Because whether you're a child, whether you're a parent who lives with your child or you're a parent who has difficulty with that child's mother, because women sometimes can be treacherous. They will hold their children as hostages. You don't do what she wants. She don't want you to see your child. And I personally know men who are going through things like that. But this is what I will say to every man who is not with their child. Just be consistent with your child, regardless of what's going on. Be consistent. It doesn't cost money to communicate with your child. It doesn't cost money to message your child, or just to say I love you, or just to say I'm thinking about you, or ask them how they're doing, if they're older, if they're younger. I mean, the dollar store got coloring books. Like, kids are simple to please. They just
Yeah.
want to see consistent effort from fathers. And I will also say to fathers, if you haven't been in your child's life, don't try to bum rush your way back into their life. When you come into their life, own your mistakes. Apologize for not being there, even if it wasn't your fault. Don't go into the blame game. Just apologize and just tell them you're going to do your best to be there now, and just make the effort and be consistent. Because one thing I hear from kids that grow up is, my dad could have been there. Why wasn't he there? This and that. And then the dad will tell the child, well, your mom didn't let me see you, or blah, blah, blah. And a lot of times that is the case. But you just have to be consistent. And for those fathers out there who really want to be fathers, and you have a baby mother who is maybe not necessarily the greatest mom, y'all need to start going to court and trying to get your children, or at least getting some type of temporary custody agreement, or some type of visitation legally, so that if you get a legal visitation, they cannot take your right. They have to honor that legal visitation. And stop just assuming that the law is on that woman's side because she had that child. Fight for your children. Even if you lose, you will be able to tell your child, I fought to try to get visitation, or to try to get custody of you, and I lost. Children just want to know that they were wanted by that other parent. And so, in a time where a lot of kids are growing up without fathers, I just want to say to every father out there, continue to be in your child's life, continue to do the best that you can day by day. Having a relationship with God is going to definitely help you. And I mean, just keep going, but don't ever leave your child's life completely, regardless of what's going on, because the children need you. You are a pillar of our communities. You are a pillar of their life. And it affects not just your child, it affects us as a people and as a culture when parents are absent, but especially fathers. And so, for all of you who are making that effort consistently to be in your child's life, I applaud you. Kudos to you. I am praying for you. And I just really appreciate that. I really want to give honor to dads today of all capacity, because I have men in my life who really helped my mother raise me. My father was not always there as a father, but I also salute him for the times that he was. I honor him for the part he did play in my life. But there were other men that God sent into my life that played the father role for me. And so I just want to honor those men, because they did not have to do the kind things that they did, but they did it lovingly. They did it because they love me, they love my mother. And so I appreciate those men even to today. My father is going on to be with the Lord, my birth father, and the man that I reverenced and revered as a father, Larry Hamilton Sr. They are both deceased. But I honor them both because I got something so great from both of them, and they played such an important role in my life, even as an adult. And so it's so important that children have that. And so sometimes it may not be that biological father, it may be the stepfather, it may be the person that God sends into their life. But whoever you are, keep on being the light that you are and keep on positively affecting our children and our communities through your light and your love. And keep praying and letting God lead and guide you every day. From my heart, I love you. I appreciate you, and keep doing what you're doing. You got anything else, sis?
All right. I think that's good. That pretty much summed it up. If I had to add anything, I would just say, whatever your grind is, whatever your hustle is, whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to do nothing illegal, but do what you got to do now so that you can do what you want to do later. It's
Oh,
going to get
yes.
greater later. It's going to get better later. Don't, you know what I'm saying? We all got to hustle. We all got to hustle. Know that you're not underappreciated. You are appreciated. You are appreciated. And one day those children will look back and say, even if it was a quarter bag of chips, this is what my daddy did for me.
Yes. Yes.
They're going to remember because I was that
Yes.
child and I remember. So it's going to happen for you. I want you to stay encouraged. Just stay encouraged and think the best of yourself,
Yes.
even when you feel like no one else does, because God gave you the seed and you planted it. We couldn't, we just carried it. Not to get all super religious, but I'm just saying, just think the best of yourself from us to you.
Yes.
That's all I got.
All right, guys. This was all just for you. We really wanted to just give you a brief 20, 30 minutes of just love and positivity. We didn't want to talk about no negative stuff today. I know we make a big deal on Mother's Day, but I'm telling you, good fathers are few and far between. So today, we just wanted this to be a salute to you. Whether you smoking your cigar, your blunt, whatever you smoking,
Okay.
go on and puff and chill today. Okay, this your day. Put your feet up. I
Puff
know
and
somebody.
chill,
I
boy.
know somebody about to watch the game in peace,
Okay.
and
Don't bet on it, though.
that's all they want
Don't
for
bet on
Father's
it.
Day. It's just let me watch the game in peace.
Better not be placing no bets.
But whatever you're doing today to relax, to unwind, prayerfully you're being honored today. Prayerfully you are being just flooded with love. And I know a lot of times y'all be complaining about the Father's Day gift, but that's because y'all men and y'all don't like the stuff that women like. Women is easy. Okay,
Yeah.
you buy your mom a bouquet of roses, she happy.
Yeah.
You come in there with some bouquet of roses for your daddy, he like, oh, this is nice, throw him somewhere because he don't care about no flowers. Okay, so but however you're honoring your dad today, or that father figure, or that uncle who's been there, or that brother, or whoever it is, honor them, love on them. If you never tell them today, tell them what they mean to you and how they have affected you in a father role, because they need to know it, they need to hear it, and they need to be reminded that they are needed, they are loved, and they are appreciated. To every man who has ever blessed my children and been in their life in a father figure way, thank you so much. To my
Yes.
husband, Anthony Johnson Jr., who helped me raise these beautiful babies for the past 7 years. I think we did an amazing job. I honor you today. To every father figure that I have, thank you so much for loving me and being a father to me. I think I'm turning out really, really well. She getting, and I mean, because your role is that important. You influence things and you make the world go round. So thank you, and you are loved and appreciated. From Jackie Johnson to you.
I need to say this. Thank you to the fathers that support the mothers that ain't the baby daddies.
Yeah.
Thank you to the support systems that come through like Supermans, like
Yes.
to heal broken hearts or whatever y'all do. Thank you, because you're there, you're helping the mother. And in turn, by you being there for her, that's helping the children. So I'm going to say personally, thank you. That's all I got. That's all I got.
Well,
That's
all
it.
right.
That's all I got.
Support is support.
Yeah,
Anyway,
support is support.
Anyway, we thank y'all. We love y'all. Go on and enjoy the rest of y'all's day.
Bye.
It's your day. It's your day. It's your day. It's your day. Oh, it's your day. Oh, it's your day. Okay, that's all I got. Okay. All right, I love y'all. We'll see y'all next week for an exciting new Sister Conversations in Black. Y'all check out the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel,
yes,
follow our social media, and take a look at the website. All right, we love y'all. Have a good one. Happy Sunday.
Happy Father's Day.